right, the Jumbo Lair Airport. This place is actually really cool. We got a tour of like this mansion last night, and it was insane. I think like John Travolta had a plane here or something, and it's really freaking cool. It's actually a very, very cool venue for this event, that is for sure. But we're behind a purple wrapped Grand Cherokee as well. Got a yellow 720 C8. Pretty cool. Wow, that's sweet.
If my parents are gonna be
I figure there's gonna be some stuff. There's an Aventador up there. Pretty cool. It's gonna be an epic day for sure. I can't freaking wait. Howdy. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? What's up? Nice to see you. Where am I going, bud? No, we figured it might be too hot for her today. Some labs. But now we can't get a dog. We have enough dogs.
No, we don't.
The wrap is sick, man.
That thing's sick.
I appreciate it. Wow.
Oh,
epic.
This guy always has a 7 out.
What's up, brother? Always got my GoPro out. Parade lap time. Let's check it out. See if we got some good traction or what. Ready? Not bad. It wasn't too bad. Honestly, it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. But I didn't really launch. I rolled into it, so. Yeah. Those houses are insane. Wow, that's a house on the left. Out at the end of the half mile here, you can see they got the brake sign to let you know when you should be braking. This track or runway is a little weird though. It's kind of like uphill. So I'm not like, you can't really tell right now, but if you looked at it from way back there, it's really uphill. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure it's going to slow down the car and just be a little bit weird to drive. Well, here you can see it's definitely very uphill, but we'll see how it goes. Well, hopefully you guys can see me okay here on the roof of the Mercedes. If you can't tell, this is not really the video I had planned to make today, but nonetheless, you just gotta work with whatever you got. So the day started out really great. Everything was going well at first. We arrived at the Jumbo Lair Want to Go Fast half-mile event. Tons of cars came out. The weather was great, a little bit warm, you know, talking about 90 degrees, but still really nice out and sunny, not a cloud in sight. And it was shaping up to be what I thought was going to be a great day. After kind of, you know, getting there and turning in our passes and getting teched in and meeting people. By the way, met quite a few actually subscribers there, so that was awesome. Appreciate you guys coming out for sure. I'm glad I could put on an interesting show for you. But after all that, I lined up for my first run, and it was really cool because I had 4 vendor passes to run, so I didn't have to wait in line, and I didn't even want to use those yet. I was like, I'm gonna save those for the end of the day. If I'm really getting in a groove, or you know, if I want to line up against certain people, I'll save my passes. I'll just wait in line. The line wasn't even, I mean, it was tons of cars out there, but the line wasn't bad at all. Like, they moved things really quick at the Want to Go Fast event, so I was very happy with that. Hell, drag racing on the weekend, usually there was a longer wait time, and there's like 200 cars there. So I was waiting in line, and I met up with a different 720S owner, and I said, hey, you know, if you want to line up next to one another just for fun to see how it goes, let's do it. And he was down, so we got that run in. I will say, this is not a drag strip. This was you know, just an airport runway, so there was no prep or anything like that. It was very, very slippery, and as you saw there in the video, in some of the footage, you know, it was kind of uphill. So when I saw the traction and a lot of people were sliding all over the place, and I saw the uphill portion, I was like, well, I'm probably not going to run a great mile per hour. Probably not going to break any world record here, but it's still going to be fun regardless, and we'll see. It was, but I lined up. So first, I lined up with the 720, and I tried launch control, which ultimately I decided after this run I wasn't going to use launch control anymore. But we lined up, and it was an awesome run. cool to see that because I'd never raced a stock 720S before, and I when I was tuned, I raced one, and you know, it was kind of it was in Mexico on the street, and my car won, but it was kind of tough to see, you know, what car was doing what. This was from a dead stop, and you could really see the difference between a modded 720S and a stock 720S, and the difference was incredible. I mean, he got way out ahead at the beginning. I was sliding, spinning all over the place, and then, I mean, my car just right by. That was awesome, and like I said, that was my first run of the day, and it went really well. You know, a clean little win there. Not that I expected to lose, I should win, but I was ready for round two. So I line up at round two. I was behind like a Hellcat, a Demon, and I line up with a 911. And this 911 was actually about the same power as me and running very similar, a very similar mile per hour, and doing, you know, when he was at a different event, he was at the other half mile in West Palm Beach, I believe it was, and he was running virtually identical speeds to the other McLaren with my setup. So a really good, like very good head-to-head matchup. I was excited. I was like, this is going to be a great run. So we line up and we go. It wasn't until the very end of the run that I realized something was wrong, and luckily it was the end of the run, because I looked back and I saw all the smoke and I was like, oh crap, you know, I didn't care about, you know, the car or anything. I mean, yes, I was worried about it, but really I didn't want to ruin the track for everybody else, because I know from having it happen to me many times from other people, when a car dumps oil all over the track and you have to wait for so long to get it cleaned up, I did not want to do that to other people. I was like, please don't let me have oil on the track. Luckily, I didn't. I didn't leak any oil until after the brake line. So thankfully, I had no oil on the track until after I was already at the end of the track. So that was good. But the run was obviously, you know, that was scrapped because the car was having a problem. As soon as I knew there was a problem, I let out, and you know, the run was over. I wasn't worried about that. I was just concerned about the car. And I get to the end of the runway. I turn around. I try to get into the grass as quickly as possible. I pull off there, and here come the fire trucks and everything. I'm like, holy crap, you know, is this a big deal? I thought it was a little smoke, you know, a little oil, whatever. Coolant maybe, I don't know. But I pull off in the grass. I get out of my car right away. That's number one, because I'm like, well, there is a problem. I got to get out of the car. I walk around to the back of the car, and I don't know how much footage I have, because I haven't looked at it yet, but I tried to record it, but keep in mind, I was also in a panic at this point. So I walk around to the back of the car, and there was a little fire underneath the car, and I saw that, and my heart freaking sank.
There's a fire truck just like in there. Mission, once you get back, I'll tell you. Yeah. I think I got it, but I'm not.
I was driving.
You alright?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell's the matter with it. Oh man. Because my McLaren, as you guys know, has been totally reliable. Both of my McLarens have been reliable. I have hid nothing from YouTube. If something went wrong with my car, just like today, I would have talked about it. I would have made a video. Both of my McLarens were completely reliable the entire time I had them. My 720 already has 7,000 miles on it, and those are hard miles. If you guys watch the videos, you know how I drive. Those are hard miles, and I've had no issues. So when I saw the fire, I was like, oh my God, you know, please, hopefully the car please don't let my car burn down. Like, I can't, you know, it's gonna be so terrible. Luckily, I was fine. I was out of the car. But ultimately, the fire department was there, really quick staff. I mean, they were on it before I even really got pulled over. The fire truck was coming down the runway. Long story short, I know I'm like rambling on about the fire trucks and everything else, but I wanted to mention that because I really appreciate them being there and what they do, and the tow truck driver and the police and everybody else, the EMS, the fact that everybody was like right there. So had there been a problem, luckily, and I'll talk about this in a second, luckily there wasn't, I mean, there was a problem, but luckily my car was okay, I was okay, but everybody was right there. So if you have a problem, and if I needed, you know, serious help, they would have been there in a second. So that was pretty cool to see that. And I also appreciate the fact that everybody came up to me and asked me if I was okay. I was okay. Ultimately, the dumbest thing ever, a freaking oil line blew off my car. And I could have, had I had like the part there and some McLaren techs, could have gotten it fixed and right back on the road, but I didn't have that, and we're flying out tomorrow morning, so I can't, you know, car's on its way back to Pennsylvania, and that's it. So really bummed out. Very lucky that it wasn't a big problem. You know, thankfully, yes, the car didn't burn down. It didn't blow up. I didn't, you know, blow a hole through the engine, which was a concern. When I saw the smoke, I was like, wow, maybe I really screwed up this time. But it's just a small, stupid thing, but unfortunately prevented me from running. So the whole weekend, you know, and it sucks because, as you guys know on the channel, I don't really travel that much. I like my house, and now we're weed whacking. We're on a bicycle. Interesting. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the guy was like on a bicycle, like powered by like a weed whacker motor. Anyway, I kind of forgot where I was, but I'm not the guy who gets a big trailer and drives all over the country and takes their car to different events. Like that's just, it's not for me. It's too stressful. I don't like it. I prefer to stay kind of where I'm at, or vacation, you know, and take a cruise or whatever, or fly. But like all the driving I don't really like. But this one I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my car down there, I'm gonna have fun for the weekend, I'm gonna go to this event, I'm gonna go to the half mile, Cletus and Cars, I'm gonna meet up with all these people. And today was the start of the action-packed weekend, and that's it. I got in 1.5 runs, and now I'm going home. I have to remember though, as bummed out as I am, and I am really bummed out, I came home and I've been in a funk all day, but I really have to remember, like, my car could be blown up, my car could have burned down, I could have gotten hurt. You know, it's the important thing. So which you take for granted, which I'm taking for granted right now by being so bummed out. And I'll get to do all this stuff again. I mean, the car will go back and get fixed, we'll get that line taken care of, and then I'll have a whole racing season ahead of me, and I can do all kinds of events. But it just sucks because a lot went into this, you know, flying down here, shipping the car, a lot of money spent to come down here and do this, and then to have it cut so short. You know, I would be mad regardless, but if I got the whole day in and I had a problem at the very end, that'd be one thing. But it was my second run of the day, and this happened. So unfortunately, that is what happened with the car. I do, once again, I appreciate you guys. So many people asking if I was okay. The car's all right. I'm sure you'll see videos and saying that the car burned to the ground. The car is totally okay. You'll see it again here in a couple days when it's back in PA. And we'll be back up on the track soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this upload. Rip to me. Thank you for watching. Take care and have a great night.
Little McLaren. Damn.